Hi, it's Ken at Can's Brakes. We are now moving back to the rear of the car. We go ahead and get our Sparta performance rotors on there with the brake pads. So let's go ahead and show you how it comes apart. It's just pretty much just like the front, nothing difficult. One extra step may be involved. Goes out of the way. So same deal, gotta get the pads out first. A little hard to see in there, but there's two of those cotter pins. Grab those suckers and get them out of there. And then just like the front, we use a punch to move the pins back. Same deal, that spring thing, and the cross spring's a little weird. Just tap them through. Kind of reach inside and hold on the tang. And then just let you pull the pin out one. There you go. So these pads are kind of thick, so it's a little easier in this case. But while we're here, we might as well get the pistons back in. So you can actually do it with your hand. And, you know, don't tell your brake pad guy you're doing it this way. But look at that. That was pretty convenient. They just push right back in. So now the pistons are pushed in, and we can see, we're gonna just check so we know, but yeah, the pad goes right in. Pad goes right in. Once we swap the rotors, it'll be a piece of cake. So, get the calipers off. This is a 19 millimeter instead of 17. We're pretending like we're on the ground. It's a little dark in there, so we won't really necessarily see the two bolts, but they're there. A deep socket will give you the approximately right length. Off would be best. And I stand corrected, he has Fortune Auto coils, by the way. And again, this is a Southern car, so no real rust, and it's new. Again, up north, you may want to soak those bolts with some PB Blaster. And the same thing where the bolt goes through the knuckle. You can get some rust in there, and be careful with that, because that can certainly damage the caliper threads if you're not careful. Get to the upper bolt. Strap in this time. Oh yeah, make sure the parking brake is off for the next step, because otherwise you won't be able to get the rotor off of the hub. Caliper up and out of the way, and we really don't even need to strap it to get this way. You can sit there like that for just a minute. So as you can tell, now in this case, the rotor doesn't pull right off because of the parking brake drum. So we'll need a little bit of help here. And all you're doing is you might do PB here if you're in the north. Like I said, that could be much more rusted if you're up your way, but this should pop right off. Not yet. Maybe rotate it. And sometimes hit that way. All right, looks like we're having a little more effort this time. So we'll put you on pause for a minute. Now we'll just go ahead and show you. I need an M8 by 125 bolt to run in here to pop that sucker loose. So let me go find one of those, and I'll be back in just a moment. We'll show you that on the back brakes. So you just thread that in there. You can see it moving it away. So you just do a little bit on that one. Probably already is about loose, but we'll just There we go. And off we go. It's cake. Again, same as the front. We'll scrape this around a little bit. Make sure there's no major corrosion. Anti-seize if you feel like it's necessary. New disc, 50114. There we go. It's a little blind back there, finding these bovos, but you can do it. Again, if you're in a northern car, you know. Now these are only a 17 millimeter, so I think it's an M10 thread versus an M12 in the front. Again, I think Subaru lists a pretty high torque spec. We're not gonna talk like that. It's, you know, we're gonna give it a good, but I mean 50 to 70 seems more than enough. Calipers on. We'll do the same thing in the rear with just a Scotia grease along these ends of these pads. And the pins, remember, make sure you can get that hole so you can get to it to get the cotter pin back in. And if you can use your finger to push up on the pad, you can get that pin to come through easily. There we go. All the way. These things go over here. Should be lined up. It's kind of blind. Can't see too well where the hole is, but maybe it'll just make it. I got that one. Don't lose these, $5 each. There we go. Pads in, rotors in. Let's put the wheels back on the car and go do a little break-in. Remember, these are street brakes. Break-in's very simple. Drive the car a little bit, You don't need to do excessive bedding of the pads or overheat them or anything. Just a good smooth stopping to make sure they're working right. Have a look. You see the paint cleared off of the disc there, cutting a nice line, and a little bit of transfer layer of the brake pads, and you'll be good to go. Thanks for watching. That's Sparta Evolution. We'll thank them for these brake rotors and brake pads, and you should look for them on our website for your Subaru. We're adding the 04 to 17 brakes. The 18 plus STI brakes will be available soon, and all the other WRX, Subaru WRX parts, we'll be adding them as we go along. Thank you very much. So we're gonna drive the car now with the new brakes on it. First thing, the pedals are gonna go to the floor once or twice, maybe to seat the pads back. Make sure you do that. And make sure they work a little bit in your driveway or something before you go on the street and try them out. You never know, double check. We'll be back in a few minutes. I'm going to UPS. All right, so we're back in the shop. Just took the car for a drive. So you can have a look in there and see pretty good. We got a nice transfer layer, smooth and even and uniform. The brakes are quiet. We cleaned off a little bit of the wheel. This is from the other pads you can see there. They were pretty dusty. So we cleaned off this side and we'll drive for a bit and see how fast it collects there. I don't think they're gonna make a ton of brake dust. They were smooth and quiet and worked fine. So we'll get some more miles on these and report back maybe in a few months and see how they're working. But all in all, it looks pretty good. The brakes look nice, work pretty good. Thank you for watching. And again, these are Sparta Evolution. This is our street pad and rotor combo for your Subaru WRX STI.